Hello Giants fans, welcome to Giants Baseball 101. I'm Gabe Vaughn, your host. We're 2 games into the 3-game set against the Cubs in Chicago. The Giants took the first one. After falling behind 6-4, they scored 3 runs in the 9th. Ended up taking that one away. But tonight, they lost 5-2. We'll get to that in a minute. But first off, I just want to recognize that we do have a question to be answered, which I'll just say short version. Sum everything up. It's essentially assuming if I was in the front office right now, what decision would I make? Be it a trade, a call up, any roster move. I did want to, I saw it just now, so I apologize for not getting to it sooner. I did want to get to that tonight, but I do feel like that's a lot of material to handle and really something that can't be taken lightly, and I need time to make sure I think through this thoroughly. So tomorrow, I'll get to it. We're going to jump right into that topic. What move do the Giants most need to make right now? And we're going to get specific too. We're not just going to stay in the general category of saying not like last year, not like the year before. When I'm able to just put together a more extended discussion about it, we're going to get specific. But for today, let's just go over the game today. Logan Webb threw 7 innings, allowing 2 runs. That they came on the 2-run shot from Dansby Swanson. The Giants tied it on Kurt Casale's 2-run RBI double. Casale had 2 hits at the plate for the Giants today, and while his numbers haven't been great, it's not clear that he's exactly replaceable for better performance. And when he does step up, do his job like today, it really looks good. So it was a 2-2 ball game going through 7. There really wasn't any practical way Logan Webb could have remained in the game, having thrown 101 pitches through 7 innings. Tyler Rogers came in from the pen, and Rogers, it just, things got away from him tonight. He got into trouble with runners on base. 3 runs ended up scoring, as Cody Bellinger and Ian Happ and Christopher Morel each hit an RBI single to bring in 1. And the main thing to take note of here is Rogers, as we know, he can be a ground ball pitcher, and I don't think his reliance on that is quite as extreme as with some submarine pitchers that we've seen around the major leagues. But it is a fact that Rogers, the ground ball, is one of the things here. And I know at first glance it's going to sound like I'm defending Rogers' outing tonight. I'm not. That's something we're going to get to in just a minute. But each one of those RBI singles that brought in the 3 go-ahead runs for the Cubs by Bellinger, Happ, and Morel, there wasn't a single one of those 3 that didn't come on a ground ball. It was just 3 RBI singles on 3 ground balls that went into the outfield. And please don't think I'm saying that we should start going to some kind of ground ball, fly ball ratio evaluation of pitchers, at least if you're talking, that's the primary thing we evaluate contact by. Really, that is my next point, that Rogers, when he was facing a runners on jam, he got the ground ball and he got it 3 times, but it's just a very clear example of when getting the ground ball itself isn't enough, and it could still be quality contact. It was quality contact, and it brought in the winning runs for the Cubs. Getting the ground ball, it isn't always enough. It's about actually inducing weak contact So you see that Rodgers, the results, the rough result as far as what gets put in play against him, it happened, but he still wasn't able to execute and get contact that was actually weak. And I don't think it can be said that these were just bad luck ground balls, although to some extent, balls get by fielders and it happens. But it's even with a ground ball pitcher, you sometimes you just see that quality contact versus weak contact. And I think that's just what went wrong for the Giants, what turns the game around and made it not go their way. One more game in this 3-game set. It's going to be winner take all here. Kyle Hendricks starts for the Cubs, and the Giants starter has not been announced. But just based on the tools that we've seen from them, like the overall talent that they have, if nothing falls out of place, then there's reason to believe they can take this series against the Cubs. I mean, a few years ago, it was the Cubs, without question, were a way better team than the Giants, but that got not so clear just in really started in 2021 when the Giants started exerting more dominance over them, and now we're seeing a lot of things change here. So tomorrow it is an opportunity for the Giants to take a series. Just like always, everything has to be executed correctly. Thank you for watching. This has been Giants Baseball 101. Please subscribe if you haven't. Also, please leave your questions and comments. You know where to do it. I'll see you next time on Giants Baseball 101.